Another hot thing that's been buzzing on the web, the everywhere, has been the recent versus battle between R&B female legend groups SWV and Escape. Um, insert clip. We yeah, what did you guys think about it? Isaac, I know we talked briefly, all of us talked briefly. You didn't get to check it out, but are you a SWV? Who is your money on if you would have to say?
Mine personally will be on SWV. I'm more of an SWV fan. That's
it.
those songs have more impact for me than Escape did. I see Seth shaking their head though.
I'm ready for the okay. And that's who was your money
was
on?
messed up. I was an SWV fan as well, and
Uh-huh.
Escape was not my steez. They had the songs about that. I couldn't relate, but I congratulated them on them being able to sing and this their stage presence. But man, Coco did not do her thing.
Really?
I don't know if she lost her voice or she was sick, but she did not sing well.
Also, they were singing as well. Like they weren't just playing the music; they were actually singing along.
Yeah, because it did a little portion where they were just kind of like just doing a slight lip sync, and then one of the girls mentioned that she couldn't. Coco was upset with herself because she couldn't hit the notes. I don't know if she was sick or something, but it didn't sound good at all. And I'm like, Coco can sing,
That's okay. That woman has a voice. She always has had a voice.
You know who stole the night? I have to agree. Escape won this one.
Even with Tiny still involved? Just kidding.
Funny.
Well,
she sang.
Tiny stole the show.
She did, but you know who really stole the show was Tamika. At the end for understanding that whole little. I didn't know she could sing like that. She sings to me better than her sister.
Really?
Better than the Applehead.
I agree because I think that the
you know what I mean.
What did you call her?
The Applehead. You know the one that got the Applehead.
Yeah.
Yes, full face. That she comes on the screen right now.
She was a fan favorite back in the day. I think they wanted her to be like, because she was built and she was sexy, and they wanted her for sex appeal, and they gave her kind of like more shine than everyone else. But, her little sister can blow, and I'm surprised that she wasn't the one that was the lead singer.
Agreed. I said the same thing. Yeah. She sounds amazing. Really that's a different perspective. That's because when it came on, I'm like, why is Coco acting like such a diva? Like what?
Right?
Like at least the first 20 minutes of it, she's sitting on the couch, like, it's her, y'all see it. She's sitting on the couch and she's just not really involved. The other two SWV members are talking and, across the stage.
I think to overcompensate for her lack of involvement.
Got it.
That's why that girl said, she goes, she was like, I want to congratulate my sister. I know she feels bad because she said she couldn't hit the notes, but you still here, you still doing your thing. And I was like, oh, so y'all having a moment.
I see. Okay, I see. And that's
sick. Maybe something's off with her. Maybe she lost her voice,
I hope it's temporary and then she didn't just really lose her voice because that happened too.
Yeah. Drugs do that. I'm not saying that.
No, I don't know if she's doing that. I don't know. But drugs
do that. I didn't say
they do that. They do that. They do do that. Who don't?
Whitney.
Mariah. Yeah, no, she don't. But I will say that I am a huge Mariah Carey fan. I don't doubt that. I can name off at least 10 songs.
I was never a fan of Mariah Carey for some reason. Like, I know she has a beautiful voice, but I never really was.
She's also biracial.
What that mean? Well, just jump because she's biracial.
Well, like Alicia Keys, like, it's supposed to be.
I like Alicia Keys. I like her voice. I like what she sings. I was never a Mariah fan. That's just me personally. Maybe I was
Alicia Keys.
It was a Whitney Houston thing. I was more of a Whitney fan.
Same.
I'm never choosing sides. I don't know.
But you can't see now. You doing a versus battle between Whitney Houston and Mariah Carey. Now that ain't fair. That's not fair.
That's a serious versus.
It ain't. That's a serious versus, and I'm sorry. Yeah, that I've never even. I was about to say I couldn't see that, but I could see that. I definitely could.
Yes.
Although Whitney debuted the 80s, and Mariah was the 90s, very early 90s, 92ish, or I don't know. But anyway, around that time, hit after hit after hit after hit. So shout out Escape, shout out SWV, our privilege show, our privilege, we say that Xscape won, and that's 2 out of 3 vote. Issac is in rule of SWV. Issac, what is one of your favorite SWV songs? I think I know, but I'm going off of probably the world fan favorite.
Which one do you think?
Week or Rain? Week, week or Rain. Yeah. Or Human Nature. That was a good one.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, I agree. Especially from the Free Willy soundtrack.
I just like the fact, like, to me, you know, growing up, like at that age, it was like those were like the first, like, seriously black women, and we go like, damn, like these women is shit. Because it wasn't that they were so like they weren't like really dressed up. They were kind of edgy, kind of hood in a sense.
Yeah, I agree.
They were
like the average everyday black girl, and I thought that was attractive to me.
I thought about that. Agreed. Props to that, Issac. Because as I was watching Verzuz, and I'm sure you'll agree too, Seth, I was looking like it's good to see this now, and they've been around for over 2 decades. But these are chocolate women.
Yes.
Chocolate women.
You know what I'm saying? Both groups chocolate women, and it's like, yo, they representing and they still look good.
Tiny's not chocolate.
No, she's not. She's not chocolate. She's white chocolate.
Is she?
She's biracial. Another biracial. Don't do too much.
Well, we trade Tiny in for the biracial.
Oh, because of the recent,
Hold on, to be honest, it ain't got nothing to do with the recent stuff. Like, I was just talking mess, but it ain't got nothing to do with what's going on now. I was never a Tiny fan, even from SK. That was like my least favorite of all of them.
She did do one little She did do one thing that I did like on this last little thing.
You said she stole the show, right, Seth? I mean, she did her thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was she singing, you mean? Or just meaning her personality?
She can sing. She can sing.
Really?
She's really good. Yeah.
Wow.
And I remember that about her.
I remember it, but it's so overshadowed by Latasha's. Huh?
She didn't sing much in the group. Like, she was always background, wasn't she?
She's not a... Yeah, she's shy, and I watched the interview finding the previous night.
She ain't shy no more.
No, she's not, but she still, you can still tell that she hasn't changed much when it comes to interviewing and being live as a performer. But she was always, I feel like a lot of the voices were overshadowed by the bravado of the Latasha Scott, the
the
sister. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the heavier.
She was good.
A lot of good singers in that group, so that's about that group. Even Candy's good.
Yeah,
I was just about to say, even Candy can blow.
Yeah.
Now, Candy can sing. Candy can sing. Because our people take it to another level. You said she could blow. Never mind. She could sing. Candy could sing.
I'm sure she could probably blow too. Good for her.
Yeah, she got the bedroom candy and dungeons. It all speaks.
Something going on.
You know, which is a dungeon.
Yeah, she's talked about that.
Next dungeon.
Yeah, with the thing that pins you up, it spins around, and all type of voodoo,
hey,
all type of stuff. Y'all know how to do that.
I don't know. Good for her.
Yeah.
Happy.
How did you feel before we jump off of this Verzuz? How did you feel, Seth, about Candy performing "Bills, Bills, Bills" in that moment where SWV kind of was like, okay, Destiny Child, okay, we see y'all. Like, how did you feel about Candy performing that because she wrote it?
Well, I feel like Candy needed to say, that obviously XSCAPE gave her the platform so that she could become a songwriter and write for other people. And that's how Candy's made her money. Made her money off being a songwriter,
Agreed.
That. So I think I love that when you can say, I'm gonna go do something over here, but it's still a collective win for the group. And I think that's the way I loved how they all joined in together and they were rooting her on, because can you imagine what that was like in that moment when she's like, I'm about to go write a song for Destiny's Child.
Right.
Probably made some people feel some kind of way. So to circle back and to see that they're all celebrating her in that moment, saying that this came out of what we've done, to me was very fitting, and how you want to see the wins when you all start something. Yeah. Because when I become amazing and famous, I want y'all there too.
And we doing it. I was just about to say, reminds us of the support that we give each other already. You know what I'm saying? Like We already famous. We already there, and we support like we are. You know, like yo, whenever y'all got something, I'm dropping it, sharing it, and we talk about it on the show. Click the like, click the heart, share it, story, whatever. You know, we see y'all. We see those who do. We see those who don't. And it ain't no shade either way, you know, because we gonna do what we gonna do. God, we're built for this. Anyway, I'm not gonna preach. How'd
you feel about it?
Oh yeah, because I was about to carry.
Because it felt a little shady for a second.
Well, you know what? I felt like because I'm looking at SWV's reaction, and the way that they said it a couple times. The first one, let's take it back. They said when XSCAPE sang "Isn't I Living in Vain" by the Clark sisters, SWV, somebody said, "Oh well, that's nice. We love the Clark sisters. They some singing sisters. Well, here's our church to, you know." It's like, you know, okay. So that was one, and then the next one was what we're talking about now, where Candy, for those listeners and viewers who are tuning in, Candy on the versus battle between XSCAPE and SWV, she throughout the middle or towards the end decided to pull out what they will, her battle card of Bills, 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 a song that she wrote for Destiny's Child. And so she performed it by herself and you know, standing up, performing and singing all the lyrics as if it was her song. And throughout the clips, you see SWV kind of just, you know, singing a song and kind of making a mimicry of it. Like, okay, Destiny Child in the building. Oh, you can say certain things, but leave certain things out. You don't have to say that. Like you're throwing a little shade, you know?
It was shady. Yeah. And she was like, they in the building. It was like, we like, Beyonce where? Like,
right, where's Destiny Child? You're fooling the viewers.
Like, yeah. I know versus, it's about like, if you write songs for people who are not perform that, right? Yes. Maybe because it's Destiny's Child. It's like, all right, we're doing a battle between XSCAPE and SWV. Why you gotta throw the Destiny Child card in there? I guess
they didn't get the memo because Teddy Riley and to your point, Teddy Riley and Kenny Babyface Edmonds did the same thing. They sang songs and then they played songs that they produced or were featured on. Same thing with Nelly. Nelly brought in stuff that he featured with other people. So it's commonplace to do this.
Is it because they were all solo and then this is a group? Is that how they're looking at it? Like maybe because you're in a group, don't try to. I don't know.
Well, you know,
and you go on versus though. They all bring it. If you got a win out here, you bring it in.
That's true. I mean, and that was a win.
Like SWV didn't get the memo. I think they didn't get it because they were like Destiny Child's in the building. We've been knowing the baby since we were 14. It was like
that's the other part.
Yeah, notice that.
Yeah, that's the other part. Like, why did you have to go into all that? Like, you know, it's like, okay, it's almost like an Aretha Franklin Beyonce comment. You know, it's like, okay, I'm not gonna argue with you. You know, I ain't even gonna say that. I'ma just, hey, love them.
All they really had to say was, "I love that song, Candy. We were so happy for you." And we forgot that. That was a little tense moment.
Yeah,
I've seen it 4 times, so it's like every time I watch it, I see something else. And to be honest with you, I feel like XSCAPE came to have fun. They were celebrating. They were sharp. They were dressed right. They were ready. And SWV seemed like they just got together yesterday or the day before. And they weren't as cohesive. And
correct.
They felt the pressure. They felt
the pressure. The most put together one was Taj out of SWV. And when you talk about put together as a female, as a male, not even just female to put pressure on females like that, but males as well, don't like to see men's asses hanging out, perform or not. Taj, on the female side, she was dressed. She had the right stuff on. She could move. The other ones always love to wear, and it's been previous performances of that I've seen SWV, even live one time, where they like to wear this form-fitting black, where they could hardly move. And Coco in these tall heels, and her bottom half is bigger than her top. You can't do all that.
Yeah.
You know. So
they're uncomfortable. You can tell that they feel uncomfortable in what they're wearing. You know, so it's like, you know, if you don't like the way you look or you don't like the way you present,
right,
time to change it. Like we'll see
better preparation,
and you just work out or something. But you can see that you could tell that they were not comfortable in their own skin, which Which also, that's why you got to be 100% ready.
No, agree with you on that.
Stay ready, so you ain't gotta get ready.
Get ready. Yeah.
Ain't that what Sugar Free said?
No, that's a good one. Sugar Free is a real G. I'm gonna just say that. Yeah. Somebody who had to be tired on that set was DJ Spinderella.
I know, right?
Then DJ A1. DJ A1, if you guys haven't seen it yet, tune in. We're talking about the Verzuz battle between XSCAPE and SWV, two legendary iconic groups from the 90s and beyond. DJ A1 was spinning for the beginning of the show, and then Spinderella, they both did their thing. However, DJ A1, as you see, he's behind XSCAPE, and Spinderella's behind SWV in these hot ass lights for at least an hour. Wow. Spinderella looked tired. She looks tired, as you guys can see. She's ready to go. But anyway, overall, great battle. I love to see it. And
I like Spinderella. I always have.
Oh yeah,
shout out to her. Good for her.
Yeah, shout out Salt and Pepper too.
Like relevant, still doing a thing as a woman DJ. You know what I mean?
Come on. Fell off. Technically, she hasn't fell off. Yeah, and I mean, when you think about this, looking at it as overall women, I'm pretty sure you can agree as well, Cec. It feels good to see these artists, not just XSCAPE and SWV, but even Spinderella, Salt and Pepper, Queen Latifah. It feels good to see artists that we've rocked with for many years now still getting their credit and getting, they're just due. So, and they look good, whether heavy or not, they look good.
Yeah, throw that one in there, baby part.
It was kind of shady, right?
Got a little bit.
No, don't do that. It's been 4 seasons, and I've been called the shady one of the show. But I agree, they did prepare sets. They had a couple weeks to prepare for that. And Candy wasn't gonna be on there looking a fool. She on Housewives.
Yeah, but Candy's not looking a fool at all. Like, she's taking care of herself regularly.
Yeah. Now Jermaine Dupri did show up for a brief second to do Just Kicking It. I did feel like I noticed an awkward moment where Candy was standing all the way over to the side, and it's like he's on the other side. You ain't gotta. And then when he leaves, she kind of comes back in closer to the group. Awkward for an affair that happened years ago. Okay, no, she's happily married with children. One from a previous situation, daughter Riley, and now a little boy with Todd, one of the producers of speaking about Speaking about Housewives,